Okay, picture this. It's 2026, and your most valuable teammate, the one you can't live without, isn't actually human. We are in a brand new era of specialized AI assistants, and today, we're going to give you the guide on how to find the perfect one for you. Let's dive in.
Right, so forget everything you know about those general, one-size-fits-all chatbots. The game has totally changed. We're now talking about a whole team of specialized AI assistants. Each one is an expert designed to nail a specific task, whether that's writing code or creating incredible visuals. These aren't just tools anymore. They're your new collaborators.
So this shift has led to this just massive explosion in the number of tools out there. It can be a lot to take in. So, to cut through all that noise, we're going to focus on two key areas where these AI teammates are already making a huge impact: coding and image generation.
First up, let's talk to the developers. AI coding assistants have gone way beyond just simple code completion. I mean, they've basically become true pair programmers that can reason, debug, and sometimes even build whole applications for you. So the real question is, which one do you hire?
The market for AI coding assistants is crowded right now. And you know what? That's a really good thing for us developers. It means all this competition is pushing these tools to get super specialized, so you can find one that fits your exact workflow. This table just gives you a quick snapshot comparing some of the top players on what they're good at, how they integrate, and of course, what they cost.
Now, to really get a feel for the landscape, you've got to understand the difference between the two heavyweights. Think of GitHub Copilot as like autocomplete on steroids. It's all about speed, living right inside your editor, suggesting code as you type. Claude, on the other hand, that's like having a super wise senior developer you can pull aside to ask for advice. It's built for that deeper, more conversational problem solving. Perfect for figuring out that tricky legacy code or thinking through the architecture of a new feature.
And this is where that specialization trend gets really clear. Let's say you want to build websites without actually touching any code. Playcode AI is your go-to. If you want the absolute deepest AI integration possible, you might just switch your whole editor over to Cursor. For big companies with super strict data privacy rules, Tabnine is great because it can run locally. And if you live and breathe the AWS ecosystem, well, Amazon's Code Whisperer was literally built for you. There's a specialist for pretty much every job.
Okay, so this exact same trend of specialization is happening over in the creative world too. AI image generators, which are powered by this cool tech called diffusion models, have gone from being fun little novelties to seriously powerful tools for artists, marketers, and designers. I mean, they can turn a simple text prompt into a professional-grade visual. It's wild. And, similar to the coding world, the image generation space has its own key competitors. You've got ChatGPT, which everyone loves because it's so easy to use. Then there's Midjourney, the longtime favorite for pure artistic quality. And of course, you have newer players like Ideogram, which are coming in to solve very specific, very tricky problems. And this really highlights a key trade-off you're going to face. For ages, Midjourney has been the absolute king of creating beautiful, textured, visually stunning images. It just has this incredible artistic flair. But what if you ask it to write "Happy Birthday" on a cake? You might get total gibberish. That's because these models think in pixels, not letters. And that's where a tool like Ideogram comes in and just shines. It has specifically trained its model to get text right inside an image, a task that has stumped its rivals for a long time. Honestly, the only real limit here is your own imagination. I love this prompt from the source material, a photograph of a donkey on the moon. It's such a great example because it shows these tools can handle both totally literal requests and just wild creative ideas. You can ask for pretty much anything, and the AI will try to make it happen, which just opens up a whole new world of creative possibilities.
And just like with coding, you've got specialists for every creative need. Adobe Firefly plugs directly into professional workflows right inside Photoshop. ChatGPT is kind of the go-to if you just want to get a high-quality image without a lot of fuss. And then there's something like Recraft, which is built specifically for graphic designers and can create scalable vector graphics, SVGs, which is a massive leap forward.
Okay, I know, that was a lot of options. So how do you actually pick the right AI assistant for you? Let's break it down with a simple but really effective framework to help you decide.
All you have to do is ask yourself these 4 simple questions. First, where do you actually work? If you live inside your code editor all day, something like Copilot makes a ton of sense. If you're mostly in a browser, maybe Playcode is better. Second, what do you build? If you're cranking out AWS applications, Code Whisperer is kind of a no-brainer. Third, what are your privacy needs? If your company's code can't leave your network, you absolutely need an on-premise solution like Tabnine. And finally, what's your budget? The good news is, a lot of these tools have fantastic free tiers to get you started.
So, we've gone pretty deep on coding in images, but let's zoom back out for a second. Because what we're seeing in these two fields, well, it's really just the tip of the iceberg.
This whole model of having specialized AI assistants is expanding to cover basically every aspect of work. There are AI tools out there to manage your schedule, draft your emails, edit your videos, and even build entire slide decks from a single prompt. The whole concept of an AI teammate is becoming a reality for almost every professional task you can think of.
So the big takeaway here is pretty clear. These tools aren't really about automation, they're about augmentation. They handle the boring, repetitive stuff so you can focus on creativity and solving complex problems. You know, the old fear was that AI was going to replace you. The new reality, a person using AI might. So the only question left is, are you ready?